Hello there everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to have you here. I hope you're doing well. So today we got a very special video. This one we'll be diving into some designs for residence yards, namely this one, and of course this one. So today we'll be working on Diana's house. These are just designs that I put together and her house happened to be spare. So yeah, I decided to use her house and she was very kind to let me move her house around and do a design for her. So these designs were based on the live stream that I did last week. So if you want to check out that, it's on the screen now and also in the upper right hand corner, eye icon right there. So if you want to go check that out, I have designed an entire neighborhood for you to check out. Now, if you want to get any of this content early, check out my Patreon on the screen now. This is where I will be uploading all my videos and sneak peeks to my designs before they even go up onto things like my Instagram, also on screen. So if you want to get everything first, go to Patreon and then follow it up with Instagram because that will have all my past designs as well, because I don't keep designs on my island for very long. I often sort of rip them up and yeah, get rid of them. So be sure to check that out. Also, if you want to find out how my videos are going, Twitter on screen now. There are that's where you're going to get the best information of what I'm doing with my videos and if they're going to be a bit late. And also there are some very cute kitten pictures. If you're in my live stream, you would have heard the floof, but so yeah, be sure to check out that if you want the news. So remember, Patreon for early access, Instagram for past designs and future designs, and Twitter for news updates. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get to it. So you'll want to use these catalog items and these DIYs as well as these custom codes. So the first thing we're going to do is bust out our new custom designs and put them right down next to her house. So we're going to go about, let me have a look here, about 5 squares across. And then we're probably going to go about 3 to 4 down. Maybe a bit more. So for these ones, this is more about a speed build more than a tutorial, so I'll be showing you just some tips and tricks that I use with this one. So one of the things that I did when I got all the new custom design slots in the recent scenario update in March was that I reorganized my entire custom design slots, as you can see there. So it makes it easier for me to kind of visualize how the design's going to look, and also just to make it, a lot easier to access designs and a lot quicker. So if you want, just a small tip there as we're putting together this paving here, if you want to make it a bit easier on yourself, make sure you take the time to reorganize, or just organize it, in my case, your custom design slots. It will make designing such a breeze because you're not going to have to constantly go searching for a design and everything will make sense. So that's just my little tip whilst we're putting together this little courtyard here. So I'm using different types of stones, breaking it up a little bit, and also using some broken ones because I'm going for the reclaimed look on my island. So now we're going to put in some iron and stone fencing, and we're going to break it up right in the middle with a hedge. So we're going to put a log bench on either side of the hedge, right in front of the iron and stone fencing. Pull that over. Then we're going to put a phone box right in front. You can also put a tree here. A tree would probably look really, really cute. So yeah, have a go at that. Now, because I've got the same bonsais on each bench, I've kind of approached putting them on the bench from a different direction so that they sort of face inwards. So you kind of got that nice mirrored look. So don't forget about the way you place things on items. That can create a really interesting dynamic to your designs. So we've got a floating biotope there, and we're also going to put down an anthurium plant, and we're just going to leave them sitting there because we want this kind of to look a little bit messy, a little bit cluttered. We've got our mountain bike there, and we're going to put our well right in the corner there, along with a wooden bucket. Turn that around, and we're going to include our street lamp just to the side there. Alright, we're happy with that. Now we're going to put iron and stone fencing all around, leaving a gap at the front for access to the house itself. Now I tend to break up my fences with trees or hedges or even bushes for just a bit of a variety. But for this design, we're just going to do it all the way around. This particular design will look really good in kind of like a street aesthetic, I think. And you can, you know, mix up the tiles if you want to go for something a bit different. But yeah, this is more of a street design. So we like it, we're going to take a picture. So if you like any of these designs, don't forget I have many in a playlist, eye icon up the top there, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Honestly, the amount of love you guys have given this channel has been amazing. And yeah, it really keeps me going and keeps me inspired. And don't forget to leave a comment in the description below, in the comment section below, because I use those comments to do new videos. So yeah, check that out. So for this design, you're going to need these DIYs and these custom codes. So we're just going to put down our custom codes here. This one is going to be more of a forest core / fairycore look for a resident's yard. And of course, Diana, being the beautiful deer that she is, both in personality and in animal type, the animal species, she is perfect for this type of design. So we're just going to work our way around, feel our way around with this particular design. I've got some stones that were part of this design pack or this design code, and we're just going to feel around the edges as well. With this design, generally you'll want to keep kind of like gaps, which I'll show you how to do in a second. But for now, I just kind of want to get the shape of it correct, and that means getting in, kind of filling it out, and then getting all the corners right. Okay, now that we're happy with that, we're going to begin planting our trees. So I started with 2 trees, 2 hardwood ones, and I put them about 2 spaces apart, or 2 squares apart. Now don't forget you'll need to have exposed grass to be able to put these trees down. Unfortunately, the house glitch no longer works as of the new scenario update, which is very sad because this would have been perfect for this, but we shall persevere. So we've got a whole heap of trees there. You can also use cedar trees, which would look really nice. So don't be afraid to mix it up with different fruits and different trees. So we've just got a garden wagon here, which we've customized to be kind of the white and pinkish and pastel flowers, and we're just going to turn that around and put it right in front of her window. We're going to use mush lamps. Mush lamps seem to be a very key item for Fairycore, so these will do perfectly in our little forest that we've built, and I'm just going to kind of hide them around the place. And we're going to use 2 different types that we've customized. We'll have the 2 white ones and the red one with the white dots. Then we're going to use our log stakes instead of a fence, and we're going to put them kind of like just opposite each other, either side of the door. And we're just going to put a random one at the front there just to break it up a bit. So I've left a few gaps there, and what we're going to do now is actually break up the kind of bulkiness of the custom design that we used and just edge the squares with some of the edging of the custom design, just to kind of leave some holes, because this design works best when it's a bit patchy. So we're just going to work around, and we're going to just leave some patches exposed. Put one at the top there, and one there. Yeah, as you can see, it's a nice little circle, and it kind of just breaks it up a little bit. And we're just going to put some Lily of the Valleys there. Now, to get Lily of the Valleys, if you don't already know, you need to have gotten up to 5 stars on your island to be able to have unlocked those. Alright, so we're nearly done. Pull that back. Now we're just going to decorate this area by dropping some mushrooms on the ground and some star fragments. Just be aware that when you drop things on the ground, it can affect your overall island score. But that's the whole design. Pretty simple. Of course, this looks most effective at night. So here we go, we've got the mushroom lamps illuminated, we've got the star fragments illuminated, and it looks really, really cute. And this is super, super basic, but of course we like it, so we're gonna take a picture. I'm just gonna be out of the way. Line that up and snap. Okay, so for this design you're going to need these catalog items and these DIYs, as well as these custom codes. So for this one, a similar sort of thing to the first design, but we're going to start with a different code, and we're just going to put this very, pretty much right around the front of her house, and then a little bit to the side. So these are residence yards that are more focused with a yard kind of to the side of the house, and you can do these designs either side, or you can expand it and put it at the front. So we're just going to fill in all the details there. I've kept the trees from the previous design, and we're just going to fill out that whole courtyard. So that's about 7 squares across, and probably about 4 or 5 down. Just remember, these designs are just meant for inspiration. You are welcome to copy them, but yeah, they're just kind of to give you an idea of what you can do. So we're just going to get rid of the custom design there between the trees, and we're going to put dark dirt down because we're going to use flowers instead. And in keeping with what we did in the live stream last week, we're going to use the pink windflowers and pink tulips. Now we're going to use some stone fencing. I know I haven't used this one much, but we're just going to give it kind of more of a country vibe feel. So we're going to go with the stone fencing. Then we've got a log chair, which we've also customized using a pattern that we got from Able Sisters. Don't forget to go talk to them every day and you'll get that pattern after a while, once they get to know you. We've got a fan palm in the corner there. And we're going to put a birdhouse right next to the log chairs that we've just placed. Then we've got another wooden low table, and we're going to put a classic picture right on top. Now don't worry about the placement for now, we are going to change that in a second when we do our small tweaks to the design. And to suit the country feel, we've gone with our clothesline and our wash tub, and we're going to put in our little garden lantern as well. You can put 2 at the front as I am showing off here. But in this final design, I ended up just going with 1 garden lantern. So now we're just going to do some final tweaks before we put in the final fencing. So we've just moved that garden lantern, and we're just going to move this out a bit because it was a bit too close. And now we're going to put in the last of our stone fencing, again leaving space at the front for the door. Now we're just going to expand our paving just a bit, just in front. And that's the whole design. Again, very simple, just a small combination of items, and it really sets off the tone of this particular design. So, of course, we like it, we're going to take a picture. So thank you to everyone who tuned in last week for my live stream. It was a lot of fun, and as you can see, this is the neighborhood we did design. So the designs that I did in this video were based on the ones that I did in that particular live stream. So if you want to see how I put that together, is 4 hours of me just doing all the things, so go check that out. I've timestamped it now, and I've got also all the design codes I used in that particular build that I went on to then use in this one. So if you like anything in there, be sure to check out the live stream. Also, if you want to check out this neighborhood, you are more than welcome to check out my dream address, which is on screen now. I have updated that, and I time traveled so that it's in spring, and it's got beautiful, beautiful cherry blossoms. So this whole area here, my pink and white inspired neighborhood, is definitely pink and white because all the trees turned into beautiful, beautiful cherry blossoms. So I highly recommend having a look at the dream address as well. And I added a few extra areas to that neighborhood if you want to check that out, which I also incorporated into these designs. So you'll see a little bit of that, and hopefully that will provide some inspiration. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, your comments help me figure out what I can do for videos, and patrons get to vote on videos, and they get to see everything first. So if you want to help support this channel, be sure to go over there and check it out. That would really be really helpful. But yeah, I hope you're all staying safe, and thank you again for all the love that you've been giving this channel. Yeah, I can't tell you how much it means to me. It's crazy. that you guys really like these designs and keep coming back, and it just means a lot to me that I have this community. And yeah, anyway, I rambled on for way too much. But yeah, I hope you're all staying safe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.